Greetings, New Earth Angelics of the 144. Waking up, rising up. 99 coming in immediately as this broadcast begins. As this transmission starts, we get the 9910 degree. The sky beings with us now. Today is the 4th day in a row of massive blast of higher frequency, higher photonic, plasma, crystalline, adamantine waves of light coming in, appearing on the Schumann. Today, the most powerful of the year, powerful white blasts of light. As of this recording, we're still having a massive whiteout. We had 92 hertz and 80 hertz energies coming in. This is from 9th dimensional energies, lifting the frequency, the currency, the resonance from the 3D through the 4th density into 5D. We're feeling this in many different ways, many activations, ascension symptoms, feeling in between worlds like dreaming while awake. This is also a state of lucid dreaming. Today is also a very sacred and special day, May 3rd, 2021. Today is the day of Chakana, which is the Andean cross or the Inca cross of the Incan Empire. And today, the Pleiades goes into perfect conjunction with the sun. This is perfect alignment. This is a cosmic alignment, and the heart of heaven. We'll cover this in today's transmissions. We have many things to cover today with these powerful energies flowing in. These are all preparing us for this powerful 555 portal gateway in 2 days. This Wednesday on the 5th, 555. The Chakana is one of the most sacred symbols of the Incan Empire, symbolizing the heart of the empire and the Southern Cross constellation. It is a stepped cross made up of an equal-armed cross indicating the cardinal points of a compass and a superimposed square. The square is suggested to represent the other 2 levels of existence. The 3 levels of existence are the Hana Pacha, the upper world inhabited by the superior gods, He Pacha, the world of our everyday existence, and Ukhu or Urin Pacha, the underworld inhabited by spirits of the dead, the ancestors, overlords, and various deities having close contact to the earth plane. The hole through the center of the cross is the axis by means of which the shaman transmits the cosmic vault to the other levels. It is also said to represent Cusco, the center of the Incan Empire, and the Southern Cross constellation. We are activated in this sacred symbol, here now, in this vessel, this temple, connecting to the central sun, the heart center of the cosmos, of the multiverse. Over the last 24 hours, we had 129 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, the most powerful today in Russia with a 5.6. Earlier today on the Ring of Fire, Mariana Islands 4.2, Tonga 4.5, Mentone, Texas 3.4, China 4.6, Peru, South America 4.6, Indonesia 4.6. So we had a triple 4.6 right in a row. 10-10-10 portal. Vanuatu 4.5. And the activation of 5.6, most powerful in Russia, was right on the border with Mongolia and on the edge of the sacred lake of Skol Nor. This is a very powerful portal, and we are activated in this now. We had another 4.5 in Russia, Chile 4.0, Fiji 4.8, Puerto Rico 3.1, and a 3.4. And we had 2 activations in the sacred portal for the 3 holy mountains, Tian Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun in the middle, Himalayan in the south, Tajikistan 4.5, and then a 4.2, Kashgar, China, Dominican Republic 3.3, and then another activation in the Andes Mountains, home of our sacred condors, in Peru, the Kundalini of Pachamama 4.6. With these higher dimensional frequencies and these earth activations on Pachamama, bringing us through this 5-5 gateway portal, is all part of preparing our physical vessel through this ascension process into the quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, beings of infinite eternal light. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 18 degrees 51 minutes Aquarius. The sun is at 13 degrees 19 minutes Taurus. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 14 degrees Taurus. On the beach, children play while shellfish grope at the edge of the water. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 19 degrees Aquarius. A forest fire quenched from astrologyweekly.com. Now today, my sacred Condor pull a card for you from the deck Forest of Enchantment Tarot from Linnea Weatherstone. And the card she pulled for you today, another very powerful card. Card 14, The Forge. In a wide clearing stands an ancient forge where magical swords are made. Dwarves have been dedicated to this task for as long as dwarf memory goes back, and that is a very long time indeed. All the elements are needed to summon the soul of a sword: earth, fire, air, water. The raw materials from the earth are activated and transformed by fire, which is kept alive by air. The fiery metals are cooled by pure water from a nearby spring. This process tempers the blades and strengthens them. The swords are worked and shaped upon the anvil, then heated again and cooled again. When these master craftsmen are satisfied with each blade's balance and strength, the gleaming swords and their hilts are finished with jewels and mystic runes. This is the dwarves' vocation in the highest sense, a spiritual and magical task as well as a practical one. The forge represents the blending of elements to achieve balance. Time spent in fire must be balanced by time in water, metaphorically speaking. The blade is stressed by the flames and then blessed by the living water. Combining stressing and blessing results in strength. Meaning at a glance: balance, temperance, moderation, alchemy, elemental harmony, strength that comes from enduring suffering. A closer look: swirling magic around the dwarves contains tiny symbols for the elements. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Rodrigo Santibanez, the spectral moon of the Serpent Day, 2, Kin 140, yellow planetary sun, Electanon, Psi Chrono unit, yellow self-existing star, GM 108X. May 3rd at noon, the date of the year when the Pleiades are in conjunction with the sun, constituting a moment of maximum cosmic order when all navels, beginning with the human and ending with the cosmic, are in total alignment and correspondence with each other, united in the heart of heaven. Professor Researcher Javier Hieros. It is recommended to meditate and feel the bath of sunlight at that time as a gesture in reverence to the creative principle of the Holy Cross, the day of Chakana, Inka cross, Andean cross. The Inka cross or Chakana is a strong symbol of the old cultures of the Andes and is considered the most complete, holy, geometric design of the Incas. The symbol is often found in old places and holy centers in the Andes in Peru and in Bolivia. Chakana has had and still has a considerable meaning to the Incas, and it also represents many meanings in its design. Southern Cross light, from the universe you are illuminated. You are entering my soul as the star shines in the snow. You are also looking at me, soothing and nourishing my soul. On this earth you are walking. Within all human beings you live. You lie and move in the flesh that covers my chest, wanting to come out to look at you. From inside the earth you are living. The serpent does not want to raise its face, for feeling you close, it kisses you, caressing you, to enter the earth, to meet you. Katya Jibaja, from Pranika Sinmal at Blogspot. And from Divine Sister of the Light Sandra Walter, blessing beloveds. A brief update as the consistent message from the last week steps forth. The transformation of Gaia's crystalline core is unfolding in this now. These are consciousness shifting, realm revealing frequencies. Light levels are rising every day, strong amplifications reflected in the Schumann charts. Some of these frequencies are aimed at magnetics and time constructs. This assists in utilizing the now state of beingness. And from Divine Sister of the Light S.A. Smith, the pattern continues. Schumann resonance spikes up day 4. And so it continues. If you needed proof that your ascension is on overdrive, this would be it. Day 4, we are experiencing these same energies at around the same times, starting somewhere around 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern and lasting around 12 hours. Although this spike feels a bit stronger, I wouldn't be surprised if this lasted a bit longer. These spikes are giving you just what you need at this time to push you through to the next part of your ascension. We are no longer circling the airport waiting to land. It is time to move forward and proceed with landing. It's time to meditate, work on you, release those deep-seated traumas and emotional wounds. Those hold heavier energetic patterns, and to ascend you need to carry as much light in the body as possible. By releasing these wounds, these shadows, you then release that old heavy energy and replace it with high vibrational light that allows you to ascend and connect deeper into yourself and source. You are an amazing being. You've been doing this all along, and now you understand why. All those intense ascension symptoms you've been experiencing are preparing you for just that. You fully connected into your original blueprint, healthy, stronger, and full of unconditional love. No more time to think about doing it. It's go time. This month you will hear the bells call in the light workers. You'll get more of your memories back and understand fully why you are here right at this moment. Much love, Divine Ones, from a girl in the universe.com. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Michael Love. It's on now. At approximately 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time, the Earth Alliance detected a massive inbound 40 Hz 5D level gamma light beam emanating from the galactic core and headed straight for planet Earth. This powerful light beam has now impacted the surface at 2:22 p.m. Eastern Time and was imprinted on the Schumann resonance chart at the 40 Hz level. Earth Alliance Space Weather Intel shows the actual frequency measurement of the wave was around 72 Hz. However, as you know, Earth-based Schumann resonance charts stop measuring at 40 Hz. The Pleiadian teachings say the lower boundary of the fifth dimension resonates at exactly 40 Hz, and the upper boundary of 5D resonates at exactly 100 Hz. This frequency range correlates exactly to the gamma state of consciousness and is referred to as the bliss or heaven state of being. Planet Earth is being totally immersed right now in high frequency energy as this powerful light wave permeates Earth's atmosphere. Cosmic light ejected from the galactic core, the central sun, is composed of exotic particles that activates and recodes the DNA of all life it comes in contact with. The Earth Alliance is monitoring this powerful surface impact closely, and this cosmic light beam is still sustaining at high power levels as we speak. Starseeds certainly feel the full impact of inbound cosmic light waves when they impact the human vessel. When these super fast light particles smash into the auric field, the impact abruptly jars the auric field for a moment until the light is fully integrated into the physical, mental, and etheric bodies. Intelligent cosmic light is only integrated into cellular DNA when one enters a deep delta level sleep, where the DNA is then immediately recoded to a more complex order. This causes a being to ascend higher in frequency and to experience higher levels of conscious awareness and intelligence. The higher teachings counsel that to be able to integrate this powerful light successfully with more ease and less discomfort, one must only ingest nature, soak in sea salt baths, keep crystals around your auric field, meditate, do breath work, ground in nature, rest and sleep. Let us know what ascension symptoms and major life changes you may be experiencing at this time. One of the advanced beings in the Earth Alliance who transmitted the data earlier about this light flash first said, "It's on now. We have an inbound light bogey and it is a doozy. Stand by and brace for light." It is indeed on now, and we shall all see the effects of these powerful light flashes in the Earth realm over the next few days. Earth Alliance updates forthcoming. All hands on deck, and let there be light. Godspeed. Michael and the Pleiadians from 5DEarthProject.com. Today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, John Smallman. Message from Jesus. Nothing can forestall or circumvent the divine will. We are approaching the grand finale of this stage in your awakening process. It is not the magnificent and most wondrous event of the Great Awakening in all its glory, but it will be the most exciting and uplifting event that humanity has ever experienced. You may be wondering what I mean here, because we have for quite a long time been talking of humanity's Great Awakening, and I have not previously mentioned that it happens in stages. Initially, in order to encourage and uplift you all, as the awakening process commenced a number of decades ago, those of us communicating with you from the spiritual realms did not mention that there would be stages in that process. This was because you were only starting to come out of an extremely deep and eons-long sleep, where the dream reality, the game of separation in which you had been engaged, still seemed very real, and so a very major event that was to occur very soon was necessary to start you enthusiastically on your awakening path. Nothing has changed. The Great Awakening is moving forward beautifully, just as divinely planned, and will be the last stage in humanity's awakening process, when all make the final choice to terminate the human separation game, which has led to so much pain and suffering for all who chose to undergo it. To fully awaken to reality, your complete and full knowing, understanding, and experiencing of what is to be one, knowing and experiencing the oneness of being Mother, Father, God, requires much preparation, because your choice to be human was a choice to experience the most intense form of separation that you were able to conceive of, and it has at times, as you will doubtlessly agree, an extremely intense. The choice to experience separation by seemingly moving away from the divine state, even though actual separation is totally impossible and did not occur, was a choice that is so completely alien to reality that it could not possibly be reversed until all that it entailed, the stuff that so many of you are now experiencing, acknowledging, thanking, and releasing, was utterly dissolved, so that not to even have the slightest memory of that experience retained. That is what karma is all about, an acknowledgement of an unreal but extremely intense alienation from source and from one another, which is then completely dissolved from your memories, leaving absolutely no trace whatsoever. Karma has been part of the separation experience from the beginning, and in each lifetime the karma that you have built up over numerous previous lifetimes is presented to you for recognition, acknowledgement, and release. Unfortunately, frequently, recognition does not happen, because your egos are not very fond of having their failings brought to their attention for rectification, which is why you have undergone so many incarnations as humans. Grand finale is humanity's much longed for move into heart-centered, conscious awareness, and out of the mindless state that your egos have been dreaming for you in an unreal environment of form and matter that has lasted for eons. The joy of realizing that it was only a dream and unreal will be far greater than anything, while cloaked in this dream state, that you might have imagined possible, when you perhaps attempted to conceive what it might be like to be in heaven in the presence of God and all the heavenly hosts. Heart-centered consciousness is the state in which as humans you feel only love for life, knowing that you are one with all life, and in which you love and accept yourselves in your human forms without any reservations whatever. Knowing, as you most definitely will, that you are following your divinely guided path home to reality, and that all that occurs is part of the grand design you planned for yourself before incarnating into form. Knowing this, and also knowing that you are constantly being sustained and assisted by your support team in the spiritual realms, with whom you can communicate clearly and easily at all times, dissolves all the fears and anxieties that being in human form had previously involved. The grand finale is very close. Time is unreal, but seems extremely real to you as you live life in your human forms, even though you have all experienced it as moving sometimes at great speed, and at other times as though it was not moving at all. This, if you choose to be aware, would indicate to you very clearly that time is what you make it, what you imagine it to be. In fact, you do manipulate it regularly. You just choose to believe that it maintains a constant linear flow that you can measure extremely accurately with your atomic clocks, that it is completely irreversible, and this is what the vast majority of you experience, thus proving to your satisfaction that you do understand it, and its inevitable constant rate of flow in only one direction. Knowing this, you can understand how difficult it is for us to offer you timelines, accurate points of reference in time by which you can know when the grand finale will occur. Very soon, very close, sooner than you can imagine, are all from our perspective very accurate and true statements. And of course, as we have told you so often, in truth there is only now. However, to tell you that the grand finale is occurring now would not be very helpful. So we choose to say soon or very close or in a little while, so that at a deep level of your being, its eminent registers very positively encourages you to continue setting the intent daily, to be only loving whatever may arise in your daily human lives. We keep reminding you to do this because love is your nature, but living as humans in forms with egos that would like you to believe that they are your sole source of intellectual brilliance, wisdom, and knowledge. It is difficult for you to hold that truth in your heart with complete certainty. You do need encouragement, and so whenever you call on us, whoever in the spiritual realms you personally feel a close affinity with and choose to address, answers immediately so that you know that you are not alone, can never be alone, and in that knowing find the continuing motivation to lovingly maintain the intent to be constantly on your path to awakening. By doing this, you are, of course, assisting all of humanity to awaken, which is why you each chose to be incarnate at this point in the awakening process. Know that you are most highly honored in the spiritual realms for the work that you are doing, even though it may frequently, or even most of the time, seem that you are doing nothing at all, as you get very little positive feedback. So I want to assure you that your loving intent, even if you seem to lose it at times and move briefly into fear, anger, or judgment, is powerfully assisting humanity towards its divinely promised and ordained awakening. You cannot fail in this task that you set yourselves with divine guidance before you incarnated. So trust yourselves, knowing as you do that you are at all times divinely guided. Intend to enjoy the life that you are presently experiencing by focusing most of your attention on the fact that you are always precisely where you are meant to be in every moment, and by refraining from placing too much attention on those aspects that you dislike, the stuff that is arising for you to release. Remember, all will awaken because it is God's will, and nothing can forestall or circumvent the divine will. Your loving brother, Jesus. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Caroline, servant of Yahweh. Forced change is here bringing us truth. We are finding the seed point of past trauma. It needs to be released to attain balance in yourself and your family and home. This is under God's authority. He is saying, you are my witness. Now we are witnessing God's authority through us. The Most High has witnessed your efforts to ward off evil, go against entrapments, and choose Him first. He sees this as the rising of the true divine feminine Christ leadership and equality of sovereign rule. Since August 2020, wisdom seeking your union has revealed lots of truths. Understanding of karmic relationships and unhealthy narcissistic traits have supported your transformation of becoming whole again. The efforts to heal the seed point of heartbreak wounds set you apart from the rest. Feeling vulnerable, not knowing up from down, and emotional purging are supporting you. Find the golden ratio of your heart and soul. It's a pause and movement forward today for you to focus on releasing the old and receiving new divine communication that supports your stability. Continue walking forward with your new levels of wisdom, knowing that there is much more attainable for yourself. The dark mother ages and timelines are over. All is being divulged and washed away for all 12 tribes. Part of our starseed mission is to become healthy, healed, and whole. In doing so, this restores the elders of the land and their promises for us to fulfill today. We are God's witness. We are God's covenant family. More is to be shown. Better and greater offerings are coming your way. Release the burdens into the hands of the Most High. Trust in the process and watch it unfold. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Caroline Kundalini, Twin Flames. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA. May 3rd through May 8th, 2021. Gene Key 2. Dislocation, Orientation, Unity. There is no civilization unless the feminine is honored above all. The feminine is in us all. It is the home inside us. It is the sense of unity. When that's lost, we're lost, and our world is lost. Such a world will have to decay and crumble. How sad that makes us feel, that we failed because we didn't place love above all else. We've forgotten how to receive, how to simply be, and how to trust. We are already home. Our home is love. It's inside each one of us. It lies at a higher frequency, and it can only be discovered through love. Excerpt from the 64 Ways. And from the I Ching, the classic book of change. Hexagram number 2. The receptive, Agua, pure yin, earth. Receiving energy from all space, unity unlocked, orienting within, dislocated in the void, always receiving. The magnetic means success through the docility of a mirror. If the superior man takes the initiative, he goes astray, but if he follows, he finds his proper lord. Through a passively firm correctness, there will be good fortune. The gift of orientation is so profound that it creates a torus around us. That is what our trust does. We trust the suffering of another. We open our hearts to them without agenda, and they receive our trust at a cellular level. Richard Rudd, The 64 Ways, from GeneKeys.com. And from Shamanic Astrology Mystery School, Divine Brostar of the Light Daniel, Giamario, Mercury and Venus emerge from universal underworld together. On Monday, May 3rd, quite an unusual and novel event is taking place, which is actually quite a bit more unusual than the Sun-Uranus conjunction that took place this past Friday and Saturday. After all, we get the Sun-Uranus conjunctions every year, as well as Uranus other peak intensity times, which include the yearly, stationary, retrograde, and direct times, as well as the Uranus opposition with the Sun. On May 3rd, Mercury has separated from the Sun by 15 degrees, signifying the end of the second, guardian of the threshold, Mercury phase, which started April 27th. This is where Mercury metaphorically greets the underworld sojourners, whilst having been protecting the exit. From a wider context, this is also officially begins the Hermetic phase of the Mercury synod, which begins with the planet beginning to show up in the evening sky. For Northern Hemisphere viewers, this is Mercury's first apparition of the entire year. This evening star phase will last all the way to May 30th, when the alchemical shift into a different overtone version of Mercury will commence. The current one, an Aquarian overtone, began on February 20th. The next one, beginning June 22nd, will be the Master Circuit, the Gemini overtone. Amazingly, from a planetary perspective, it is Venus herself that Mercury welcomes from the underworld initiation, while the exit doorway has been guarded. This is quite a novel and rare occurrence that has been celebrated historically by ceremony and initiation. Also on May 3rd, Venus attains a 10-degree separation from the Sun, marking her emergence from the universal, celestial underworld on the other side of the Sun. She has been invisible off the world stage since her descent on February 19th. Unlike her morning star heliacal rise, which is quite bright and rather dramatic, the evening star rise is dim and hard to easily see. It's as if she is really weak from her journey of shamanic death and rebirth, and in need of rest and healing. She will not fall back to full health and vitality until the Venus-Moon conjunction on May 12th. The really unique thing is that it's Mercury who has been traveling with her, helping her emerge, and all along has been transmitting to her. Since the Venus-Mercury conjunction and the universal underworld off the world stage on April 25th, around 13 degrees Taurus, this transmission has been taking place, and now they emerge together from the glare of the Sun back on the world stage, still in the sign of Taurus. From a global synodic cycle perspective, it's the Aquarian overtone of Mercury that is teaching, helping, transmitting to the Gemini overtone of Venus. Imagine an objective, wider view teaching to the Gemini air goddess in both women and men. But all this is taking place in the celestial underworld and in the earth sign of Taurus. This should certainly be interesting, taking place in a powerful Uranian window, with even greater Uranian intensities in front of us, 2 more Saturn square Uranus transits still to come. I'm hesitant to say anything more and to just place these cards on the table. From ShamanicaStrology.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Adrian Elise, Gaia Daily, May 3rd through the 7th, dynamic shifting. Sun is still close to Uranus and Taurus, and for the next couple of days, activating our awareness of our bigger, more true spiritual self. We have had a potent time of facing the Taurus themes of self-worth and value with a stack-up of planets in the sign. Venus is at home in Taurus and very close to Black Moon Lilith, representing a distorted feminine archetype, the darkest part of the hidden agenda. This astrology is a completion of the Black Moon Lilith healing of low self-worth, which is marked early 2021. Mercury and Venus are taking turns squaring up with Jupiter in Aquarius. This is forcing us to push to the edge of the boundaries of this reality. The only thing holding us back is the programmed shame that comes with our false, lower self-image. Mars coming into square with Chiron is telling us that we must drop the old stories in order to make room for the God consciousness. It is our birthright, in which we have direct access to within. This is the message of the star pattern being formed in the sky as the planets line up in a row at 10 to 11 degrees. Later this week, Chiron in Aries and Uranus in Taurus will both move from 10 degrees to 11 degrees. The north node of the moon, close to Mercury in Gemini, moves backwards from 11 degrees to 10 degrees. Mars makes it to 10 degrees of Cancer on May 10th, completing the star pattern. The dynamic lining up of planets is inviting us to surrender into the bigger expression of who we really are. For so long, this part of us has been waiting in the wings, partially incarnated. Now it is time to land home this bigger, more true self. Mercury is square to Jupiter today as he begins to make the move into his home sign of Gemini. Venus will come into square with Jupiter this weekend. We are pushing the boundaries of all that has kept us playing small. Now that we have done this healing of shame programming, nothing is holding us back from landing home our bigger self and activating into our star power. From AdrianAlise.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah, Whitehorse, Lua Astrology, Mercury in Taurus, square Jupiter in Aquarius, Sun in Taurus, square Saturn in Aquarius, last quarter moon in Aquarius, a full sky of squares. Could mean we feel boxed in. Sometimes life can feel like hard work. Reality may not be living up to the dream, but still we must keep going and get the job done. If you feel tired, hard done by, or fed up, check whether your personal boundaries need reinforcement. Calm your fears around things to come. Give yourself a break from the overwhelm of news and social media. Look for where you have been denying yourself hopes and dreams for the future because you can't imagine how you would get there or manage when you arrive. Your future self has a different perspective than the you of the present moment. Patterns of avoidance may be more visible under these influences. Living in denial is not an option. The more willing we are to accept responsibility where we can and challenge our own personal limitations, the more we gain a sense of accomplishment and self-respect. Look for spiritual meaning in mundane tasks. Appreciate simplicity. Time is a gift. From LeahWhitehorse.com. From the Zolkin Times, Kin 140, Yellow Planetary Sun. Planetary is the name for the number 10 and its keywords are perfect, manifest, and produce. By the time we get to the 10th day of a wave spell, we have already climbed up a big hill and now we have finally reached a plateau. Yesterday was the peak, tomorrow we release, but today we can sit back and just enjoy this perfect day. Today is yellow sun and it represents enlightenment, universal fire and life. Today is the kind of day when you can expect light bulb moments to occur frequently. You'll be full of good ideas and many insights will be glimpsed. As it is a planetary day, it's a perfect day to manifest what you need. If you need some light to shine on you, the timing is perfect. The guide today is a yellow star which represents beauty and art. As always, when the shining star guides us, we are encouraged to follow it. There's so much light today and the star adds to the brilliance. And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Yellow Planetary Sun, Kin 140. 3rd of May 2021. Manifesting Enlightenment. 352021 equal 355 equal 310 equal 13 equal 4. 3 Holy Trinity, joy, creativity. 5 freedom, change, liberation, transformation. 10 manifestation, power, authority, leadership. 1 new beginnings, original, independent. 4 form, structure, foundation, earth. Kin 140 equal 5 liberation into the light. Today we complete our journey down the mystical 7th core column, the spine of the Zolkin calendar, where we have been discovering our very core diamond essence for the past 20 days. Tomorrow we arrive at the top of the 8th column, and 5 days in, during our yellow seed wave spell, we will then experience another successive 10 galactic activation portal days. So take a deep breath in and absorb the radiant solar rays today to prepare for the next chapter. Another very powerful day on planet Earth. Sunday, May 2nd, was Orthodox Easter, celebrating the resurrection of Christ, the Son of God. Christos Anesti, Christ has risen, and indeed the Christos energy is rising fast upon our planet. This is a very befitting code on the day of the blue solar storm that brings forth the sun to herald a tremendous transformation for humanity. Jesus is the Son of God, and we are all children of the Son. So Aha's code are very potent in activating and illuminating the planetary Christ consciousness grid today. Today we are turning up the light. Day 10 in the blue monkey wave spell of magic, joy, bliss, play, merriment, and a return to innocence. Today is the day of manifestation on the physical plane. The accumulation of energies over the last 10 days of this wave spell allows us to harvest this energy through manifestation. So today we are manifesting great illumination, magic, joy, and bliss through our enlightenment. Tone of creation, planetary tone 10 in the physical realm. Action produces, power perfects, essence manifestation. The 10th stage of the wave spell is the perfection of all we imagine is possible and more. It is the harvest stage of where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the deep soul longings that we desire. Planetary energies enable us to build and manifest strong connections with spirit today. We have the power to perfect and accomplish great healing in our physical bodies through our manifestation process today, perfecting transformation in all aspects of our being on a personal and planetary level through our enlightening ascension journey. Note the planetary manifestation tone, coupled with the sun and monkey magic today, is very powerful yang energy to utilize for our creative expression. So take note and use this power wisely today. Blessed be, pure hearts. Make sure you catch some golden sun rays today. Enjoy this beautiful sun-shiny day, absorbing all that nurturance and universal fire, shining your light and playing as we manifest magic together to create our blissful new world. A fantastic manifesting day and brilliant day for planetary work, healing, manifesting on a grand scale. Paint the perfect picture for your life and our planet. Today's question is, how can I independently perfect my creations in order to manifest great magic, joy, and bliss in my physical reality? Divine blessings for a giant planetary leap in the transformation of our physical reality, beautifully made manifest today. Alleluia. Hop to it, planetary kin. In Lakek ala kin. Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger. Kin 66. Kin 140, Yellow Planetary Sun. The mantra, the code for today is, I perfect in order to enlighten. Producing life, I seal the matrix of universal fire with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of elegance. And on this powerfully elegant, graceful, and beautiful day, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to now take the time to thank everyone supporting us on our mission and with our work, with these daily transmissions and our higher dimensional transmissions of Hieros, Gamos, the Eagle, and the Condor. Now we rely on our pledges on Patreon and our donations for our daily living expenses, so we appreciate all of you that are helping support us. If you'd like to help us to be able to continue doing this work and bringing these transmissions to the world daily, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/prime disclosure. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Stubler, for another donation. Thank you, Divine Sister of the Divine 44. You can also make a one-time pledge of a donation at eaglelovecondor.com. I'd like to take the time to thank everyone for supporting my Sacred Condor and her art business on Etsy. I'd like to thank Divine Angels of the Light, Barbara, Caesar, Letitia, Debbie, and Sharon for your purchases today on this great sale she's having. My queen is having a Mother's Day sale, 20% off of all of her art from now until May 11th, Mother's Day being May 9th. So be sure to get your mothers a beautiful gift for all that she has given for you at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to end today's transmission with two powerful activations, one from our Pleiadian bro stars and sis stars of the light, especially with this beautiful alignment with the Pleiades, and then from our Huna bro star of the light, Lee. Pleiades 1 messages, May 3rd, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition, attention for calls in PVSC-SDE. Larger storms are calmed. Healing transmissions are enhanced. Nevic chamber expands. Elevated communicators arrive. Divine flow continues for deep healing. Chronic transmissions continue. Cellular renewals are accelerating. Port 144 liberated. Divine teaching standards are announced. Nevic Terran reverberation 17% non-regressive. Attention, the line, the bearers of the star. Support of projector for illumination started 28% non-regressive. The line, the bearers of the star. Line illumination in progress 28% non-regressive. Light celebrates. Expanded, divine artistic, plus revealing moments, plus 11. Praj Sust 11, 39% non-regressive. New organs are delivered in multi-planes. Divine practices increase. Nevic consecrations are advancing. Ethical gods present themselves. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1. Potentiating shamanic inheritances. From disclosurenews.it. And today from Divine Brostar of the Huna Nation, Lee Parore. I spy, all-seeing eye, lies, distorted truth. Under oath, Masonic lodge, ritual magic occult, checkered society, host body system, XX, inverted satanic order, one-eyed religion, hidden in half-light, linear experience, princes of Freemasons, influence in the field, wolves dressed as sheep, infiltrated everywhere. Outcome justifies the deed. Darkness made visible. New order of the ages. Lightning flash eye. Triangle matrix falsehood. Beetles past masters. Hidden hand. Shh. Us and them blood sport. Arcanic cloud. Miasma. Genetic memory modification, augmented pixelated reality, consciousness matters, in between, times, realms, signs and symbols rule, perception, constant now, below lies, bottomless pit, inverted cross, burning man, above truth, multiverse, quantum, symbiotic, continuum, first principles, return soul, universal laws anchored in, capstone authority power, planetary genetic expansion, harmonic nova frequency, beyond the speed of light, celestial heritage, nature, light in action, Matea, legacy of love, footnote, take the cross, turn it upside down, snap its arms, Satan's rules, and beloved beings of light, we are breaking all the rules of the dark arcanic programs, false projections, false reality of the psychopaths that run this realm, have lost all power, have lost all chi. We have regained our chi to step into the roles as wayshowers, as manifestors of the new earth. Through the power of our divine will and our pure intent, we come together as conscious co-creators to create heaven on earth. And with the power of our divine will and our pure intent, we call the unborn mind of Buddha, which is pure awareness, which is the power of our divine will, our pure consciousness. We shine our lights brightly into the night, into the void. We are fully prepared. We are fully protected. Nothing can stop us now. Love has won. It is up to us for this final leap of faith, this leap of consciousness we call the quantum leap. from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, infinite, eternal beings of light. And we do this through the power of the still white magnetic light at the center we call our heart center, or the great central sun within. This is the path of full illumination. Now keep walking gently upon your sacred path with heart. And always remember, I am the way, the truth, and the light. I am the eternal life that is present here now in this sacred body where I always am. 444 coming in. And with the power of my mighty I Am presence, I fill my world with perfection this day and every day. Be sure, beloved beings of light, to make it the best day ever. Aho! The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.